Grand Rising, hope all is well. I just wanted to shoot this message today because this day has really been a powerful, powerful day for me. Um, you know, Spoke to a lot of people, and what I'm understanding is that we're all going through something, right? Life been lifing for everybody, but I think we're all battling with things in silence, right? What I've realized is that we've lost that community. We've lost that community of us being able to be vulnerable, to have that safe space to talk about those things that may be uncomfortable. But those things that we talk about that may be uncomfortable are also the ways for us to heal from that inner trauma that a lot of us are not really dealing with, right? We live in a world where depression and anxiety, is quick for us to be prescribed a pill to make us feel better, right? But it's really just putting a band-aid on the actual problem because the problem is really deeper than the surface of what we really think it is, right? So this message is specifically to my family. You know what I'm saying? My brothers, my sisters, my family, and I got a huge family, right? But I also understand that I'm not as close with my family as I would have liked to be. And I think it's more so because the path that I'm going is going against what a lot of other people are doing, and I understand that. And what I'm also understanding is that a lot of us are lost. I was lost, totally lost, going through this life, just basically just learning through my experiences, right? And here I am, 40 years old, and really learning who I am, right? Really starting to live for myself, giving myself grace, giving myself compassion, embracing my flaws, good, bad, and indifferent, and understanding that I'm a human being, right? And I'm not perfect, right? And I'm not what happened to me, right? Everything that happened to me was supposed to happen to me, right? And it happened to me, it happened for me. Now, I can play victim all day, right? I can always do woe is me and, you know, I'm sad because of this, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's not really helping me, right? Because I understand that these uncomfortable places that I've been going on this journey has been very painful, right? I'll have moments where I may, you know, yell, scream, cry, feel like I'm overloaded with thoughts and emotions, right? But every day gets a little bit easier because I'm learning how to be more self-aware in those moments when I'm feeling frustrated or anxious or down, I'm noticing to really like slow down and assess the situation for what it really is, being more in mindfulness, not be so quick to react in a lot of situations, right? Because a lot of times they don't even require reaction, right? So I'm being more conscious of where I put my energy, right? Who I give it to and what I give it to, right? And I'm understanding that this experience that we're in is what we make it. You manifest your reality. right? And as you work on you internally, you are going to attract those same type of people to you, right? Because it all starts with us, and that's what I'm understanding. I can't control nobody but myself. I can't save nobody but myself. I can only control and save myself, right? So I'm understanding that a lot of us are lost. A lot of us are lost, right? And I'm understanding that now. You know, we only doing what we know, right? But we don't know that what we doing is not, I'm not even going to say the best way. What we doing that, you know, it's a better way to do it, right? I'm being tested every day on this, you know, just work here and there, you know, just dealing with people, right? But every day, I take it one day at a time. I'm taking them deep breaths, you know. So whatever works for you on this path, but one thing that I'm understanding is that you have to put yourself first. And I know a lot of people may look at that as being selfish, but it's not. It's not. I've noticed you know, I'll hug on myself. Just give myself a hug. Sometimes I just need it. I think we're too hard on ourselves. At least I am, you know. We all make mistakes. We're all imperfect. We're all a work in progress. And at the end of the day, we're only doing what we know, right? So in order for us to grow and evolve, is to constantly challenge ourselves to new perspectives, challenge ourselves to ask questions like I mentioned before on some other videos, and just slowing things down and seeing it for what it really is. I do recommend a show called the Zoe What Morning Show. For those of you who may follow me or whatever, I'm going to post a video to my page, and it's a must-watch video, so I am going to post that. But I also want you guys to just comment, you know, let me know what you guys are reading. You know, what are you taking from what you're reading? What are you doing for self-care? What have you changed within the last couple months or this year, 2025 and specifically? What are you doing differently to change and make moves towards being a better you, to grow and evolve, right? Because that's the whole point of life. Y'all hear me say that a lot. And everybody have their own beliefs, and everybody, you know, have their own way of doing things. And to each his own. To each his own. You do what you feel like is best. But I do have to say that whatever you've been doing, if you've been doing that, the same thing your whole entire life, and it ain't worked out for you, maybe you should try something different. At least be open to try something different. And the difference is going to be challenging and uncomfortable. But if you stay patient through the process, you're also going to grow and be so much better on the other side of that uncomfortability. So, as always, positive energy, positive vibes, high vibrations. Keep that frequency high. Protect that space. You know, being aware, right? Going with what you feel and not what you think, right? So, you guys have a wonderful day. Continue to take those deep breaths. And as always, peace and love. Y'all take care.